Hello, everyone. Once again, it's your girl working out with Wanda, but we are focused on health, body, mind, and spirits. Um, and hopefully you saw part one, but listen. I am so honored once again for part two with you,
That's
Adante.
awesome.
Well, but anyway, so offline we were having this conversation. I want to jump right into it. So catching everybody up to speed, he just gave a great analogy in part one, talking about understanding what death is and that we're all expected to cross this line. And crossing this line is something that we definitely can't control in a sense. It's something that it has to happen.
Right.
And so we both in segment one, I was talking about the loss of my father, and that's when I started seeing the difference in people in a good way.
Right.
Um, but you were sharing your experience of loss of losing your dad.
Yeah.
Can you kind of share that if you?
Okay.
If
Um. So my dad was a very unique individual. He was very unique, and our relationship was unique in the sense it wasn't like a traditional father son relationship.
uh-huh.
Um. And but I love him like he was there every day of my life.
Gotcha.
He was actually a pretty awesome dude. He helped start the actually he started the early childhood development program in Milwaukee. He used to work for the newspaper. He was a sports columnist. He was the first person to interview Kareem Abdul-Jabbar when he came here.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I started learning all this stuff like later on in his life, like how accomplished he was. He went to school in Grambling State in Louisiana, Columbia College in New York. Like he's got over like 14 years of college experience. Yeah, dude, it was crazy. So he submitted photos during Vietnam to Ebony magazine, so he's got some photos published and stuff like that. Yeah, dude was a mover. In 1976, he ran for president. He actually have the clippings at home where he was in the paper as a presidential candidate, right?
Wow.
And I got the official letter from Madison. They denied uh, um, his him running, but he made the attempt. And when they told him what they was denied on, it was like you need this, and then and he went and got the book, like he was gonna continue to pursue it. And I asked him a question. I said, "Pops, since 1976, I was like the racial climate outside was still pretty bad. Like,
Right.
why would you run a race you know you were gonna lose?" And he just said, "Well, I wanted to show my people how free we really were." You know what I mean? Like, man, that's gotta take some gall to
Yeah.
go up against something knowing, but the message in it behind it was important for him.
Absolutely.
So I'll give you a little backstory on who he was before I tell you about the end of his life.
Yeah.
So this is how he tells me he's dying. Like I pull up at his house and I had some questions I need answered, right? And he's got so much wisdom. So I'm like, gotta go to Pops. Let him soak my brain, right? I'm like, Pops, I got some questions for you. He's like, cool. I wanted to talk to you too. And I was like, yeah, I got to talking. He's like, hold on. So let me get this out and then I'll answer your questions. And I was like, all right. So he sat there, say a good 30 minutes talking. And when he got done, he looked at me. He's like, all right, what do you need to know? And I'm not even kidding you. He answered every question I had in my head before I asked it. I was like, bro, how are you like this? Like, how did like verbatim too? Like, it's like he knew I was gonna ask these questions. It's crazy. And then he goes, this is how he tells me he's dying. Like getting pictures off the wall. He's like, I'm preparing you for my next assignment. Wait, what? He's like, yeah.
We both said that the same time.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna check out. Like, and I was like, oh. And of course, like I said, we weren't close growing up, but I loved him like he was there every day of my life. And probably the first and last time I ever teared up about my father, and I was like, and I started tearing up, and the look this man gives me, like what's wrong with you? Like we all die, son. Like it's just my turn. He said, I'm 86. My dad died at 74. I won this one.
Right.
And I was like, all right then. See you later, Pops. You know what I mean? Like, but it just, I mean, as dark as it sounds, it was honest.
Yeah.
Bro. Dad, do you want like with the burial? He was like, bro, put me in a box, burn me. Why would I care? I don't care what happens to me after this. Like it's no longer my concern. And it was his perspective that was like I said, it sounds very dark, and but it was just true. It was honest. It's like, man, like, and don't get me wrong, I still miss him. I was just the other day having some, thinking, and I was just like, dang, like I wish Pop was here. I want to ask him how you feel about this type of thing, but yeah, he was just very direct. It wasn't heartless either. How he said it wasn't heartless. He was just like he was almost shocked, like
reality and
like
conversation.
Like people die every day, and you're gonna die too. I was just like, that's a very real perspective, right? But like I said, it hits so hard, especially with so much death that's going on in the city right now. Shout out to anybody that's lost somebody recently. Like I know that I know we're talking about it in a very matter of fact way about death, but I know it hit different too. I know that pain hit different, especially when it's close to you. You know what I mean? So I ain't discounting or trying to downplay people's feelings on that, but also, that's our only guarantee in us. This life is death, man. Nothing we have is guaranteed, and that kind of puts things in perspective. And for me in my life, as I'm trying to go at certain goals or whatever, it's not to take things too seriously because tomorrow could be gone. You know what I mean? Even the stress, even the bad days, right? Oh man, the things ain't going right.
Right.
And it's like, bro, tomorrow you can win the lottery. Like, dude, why are you stressing about today? Like, relax, or tomorrow you be dead and none of it matters.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and we don't think that. Like we was talking about my sister, she's 24 years old. I ain't expect her to die. With some of these people that's losing a lot of young ones out here, especially in this recent year or whatever. Of course, you don't expect that person to die. Right. Like at that age, right? Death is reserved for old people. So our minds have been conditioned.
Absolutely.
But in reality, he really ain't biased. It ain't biased. It come for all infants.
What they say, anybody can get it.
Everybody can get it. You know what I mean? So from infants on up to the oldest, and everybody in between, man, we all got a date, man. And I think knowing that and making it real to you, like, and because we don't like to talk about death, we don't like to really even go down that line, but talking about it and making it real for me, it freed me and allowed me to live. Like I want to live. I want to live. I want to experience every day, each moment. Dude. Come on. Oh, I'm everywhere. Hey, you want to go do this? Yes. You want to go horseback riding? I would never wear a horse, but let's try it. You want to jump on a plane? Still no on the plane jumping. But right there too. But no. But in that respect, if it's your day, you ain't gonna duck it no way. I got people I know that's afraid to fly, and it's like, bro, if it's death coming for you, come right in your bed.
The plane just gonna meet you there. If that's what
you know what I mean. Like you could just not wake up. Like so, why be scared of that getting on that plane? So, like I said, having death be so real, me seeing it in the context I see it in, it's freed me up to live fully too. I take advantage of every moment I can on this planet. Like, dude, if I, someone calls, hey, let's do this. If I'm feeling it, I'm going. I'm not holding back. I ain't missing a moment, and I think that's what I take away from it. I try to share with others, man, don't miss a moment. We hold each other back with all these fears and all this stuff. And it's like, man, life is to be lived and have experience, man. Like I said, when in years I was traveling, oh my God, I met so many cool people across the globe, white, black, Asian, Hispanic, like all races, like, dude, some very cool, unique people. And, that fear of flying, I had fear of flying at one point. And I remember getting on that plane the first time and I was like, this is it. And I was like, dude, you just signed up for a job where you got to go on the plane like more
Right,
often
you
than
better
not. You
get
better
off.
get over this
Right, real
and
soon.
quick. Yeah. So, all right, here we go. But able getting over that fear. Look at all the people I've met. Look at all the experiences I've had. Like, I drove from here to Washington State for a job, and
Mhm.
on the way back, I had 2 weeks off, so I stopped at the Devil's Tower in Wyoming and Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
I took a picture in front of Mount Rushmore and showed my guy. He was like, "What's that?" And I was like, "How do you not know who Mount Rushmore is, bro?" Like, but
Right.
I would take these and have these experiences and bring it back and share with people that may never do this, or don't have the opportunities to get out there and do, and not just Mount Rushmore, but things, just getting outside and doing stuff. I know guys that ain't never left my neighborhood, and they don't plan on it, and that's fine for them if that's what they want
to do.
But getting outside that comfort zone, experiencing life, experiencing people, man, like, has been truly a gift to me because it only opens up my mind, my heart, my understanding of people, culture.
Absolutely.
For sure, it's something beautiful in every culture, Asian, Hispanic. I hate the divide in this country because there's so much beauty in every race, bro. Oh my God, you ever had chicken fried rice? I'm just kidding. That was a joke. That was a bad joke. But I'm saying though, you know what I mean? Like, there is something beautiful about every culture. This guy is an older guy. He's retired. He stays out by my house, and he's got nobody. He's actually the last person in his family. Like, his mom had 3 boys. They're all dead.
Oh, no.
The boys had no kids. He has no kids. I was like, dude, that's shocking. So I hang out with him, and dude, he gives me so many pearls. Nice. Oh my God, he just be dropping it in my spirit. He used to be a roadie for the Mamas and Papas and Buddy Holly's band after he died. This guy's just like super interesting individual. But man, some of those conversations him and I have, he just be dropping stuff in my spirit, and they're so respectful. Yes, the Japanese, he's Japanese, but I'm saying the Asian culture as a whole, like, respectful of their elders. You know what I mean? Like, very, very quiet, well-mannered people. You get what I'm saying? And then that's just they get. Whereas like us, we boisterous, we loud, like, and I love that about us. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's a gift in every culture. It's just perspective. How are you looking at things? Is glass half full for you? Is it half empty? You know what I mean? Like, and my perspective is always half full. So I'm always looking to learn things from other cultures. I see the beauty in everybody. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I think the death freed me up to live. And now I'm experiencing all this, and I'm able to see all these things, right?
I almost got to cut a step. So I'm gonna tap my feet twice because if I could be transparent, it seemed like it takes us years to get to where you are, right? But and I know you said when you were in our first episode, you talking about when you were 23 and we stepped back to your sister, it was like it like hit differently. And I said, when people pass away, this is where the people, places, and things come in that we're losing stuff because it starts turning like a calamity. Yeah. And I understand now, like, we're in a great place. I'm like, man, I appreciate the life. I see the beauty in everything. I see, you know, I just want to see you smile. Let me see the real teeth. You know what I'm saying? If it's just gums, we gumming.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Right.
It's to the best.
Before I got to like this happiness, there was a darkness. As people say, there's a dark cloud over you. Yeah. Sometimes you can literally feel the heaviness, the burdens.
For sure.
Because, like we talked about the last episode, we talked about the guilt. But there were some struggles outside of the gift. I mean, outside of the guilt, there was calamity. And maybe you can probably even speak on this. Like, after the loss of my husband, I was unable to go back to work. Right. I had to focus on our 4-year-old, and my doctor was like, "You're not even in a good space." And now, mind you, I worked for an organization that they said that the reason for me to be off work is not legit. It's not good enough.
The death of your husband.
Yeah. The death of my husband was not a good enough reason for me to be off work.
You can still work.
Yeah. So they expect me to come back in a mental sane state. Yeah. To come back within 2 weeks. Yeah. And then when I requested for 4 weeks off, it was like,
how dare you?
And so they told me, we need you back in the office. Yeah. Yeah. I got y'all all the grants and everything that you needed, got it all lined up, everything set and organized. And I could not come back. So what did I do? I lost income. So I lost my husband, I lost income. What happens when you lose income? You could be at risk for losing your housing.
Right.
You know, you could be at risk for losing this, losing
Right.
that. You gotta get transportation, you gotta do this. I tell people to this day, I don't know how, but God did it.
No, 100%.
Covered me every step
Mm-hmm.
of the way. And I always tell people, like, my slogan has always been, God, I trust you no matter what. Because I was a Job 2024
Yeah.
for real life. Oh, this happened, that happened, that happened, this happened. Like, I
Right.
felt like I was a robot being pulled. But at one point there was frustration, and I always give you accolades, and this is like not because we knew each other, but sometimes seeing your post, I did put a heart on there because I loved it. I
Right.
needed to see that.
Right.
I needed to see you're inspiring us. It's like one of them, you had like pictures of juices, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh Lord, he juicing too. Oh Jesus, I don't feel like juicing.
Yeah.
Because some of us from that generation,
Right.
now a lot of us are juicing now. But it was a picture of that, but it wasn't so much about you need to juice. You were talking about life
Yeah.
and the different colors of life, and
Mm-hmm.
how even you took the examples of these jars
Mm-hmm.
from the different juices that you made
Yeah.
to now how this applies to your life,
100%.
how God is showing you different things. And you said it took your sister,
Yeah.
to bring you into this place.
100%.
Like, it boggles my mind when we talk about, social media can be good, bad, or
Right.
ugly.
Right.
And I think what you do with your platform is absolutely amazing. I think it's great because we need more men of color to be vocal about feelings, to be vocal on empowerment. I am an advocate. My husband and I were definitely when it came to the youth, but we believed in educating, advocating, and empowering. And with the homeless population, my husband worked with group homes and homeless population. I just kind of left the medical
Right.
uniforms to mental health homeless population.
Okay.
And so many were lost.
Mm-hmm.
So many deal with rejection, rebellion. So many deal with unanswered questions, or because of the stigma of our cultures
Right.
of people of color, that we're forced to be a certain way.
Yeah.
And now here comes these people that really say, because like people at my job, people, I'm like, oh, I just love you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even know me. Like, stop saying that. I'm like, no, I genuinely do love you. Like, how was your day?
Right.
How are you doing today?
Right.
I literally walk through the office and check people that's not even my staff. How are you doing today? You good? Because you can just feel when people
but
aren't
like,
together.
and think about that. Like, so if you're like, I just love you, and their response is, why you say that? Like, they kind of suggest something going on with them, right? More so than you, right? Like, dude, I'm just trying to show you some love, just on a general level, because we all need it every single day, right? We all go through pain, struggle, hardships. Man, we need encouragement. We need to encourage one another. Why not walk around in that spirit? Why walk around with that sad face on? What's funny, and I'm gonna touch on what you said about how you deal with death after, right? With the aftermath. And what's crazy, because everybody we all handle it differently.
Yeah.
What's crazy is for me, my dude, it made me tighten up. It made me want to get my stuff together. Like, like you said, like you was dealing with it, you like kind of fell in all depression. Whereas for me, I'm like, okay, well, the only way to get back to her is kind of clean up my act. So let me dude, I got a job immediately. I didn't want to see my mom cry anymore. I was in the streets at that point. I didn't want to see my mom deal with no more loss. So I got a job. I stopped kind of, I still knew my friends, but I just, because of the job alone, it separated us to some degree, because I ain't on the block all day. I'm at work. So I started seeing them less and less. 2 years later, I ended up having my first daughter, and I ended up eventually having a second daughter, got married and all that stuff. But it made me want to be a better person. And like I said, that's just the route I took for my healing. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, I get it. And then everybody was watching me because they knew how close our relationship was. And I mean, you guys see me today in the suit and tie, and yeah, it looks good. But I mean, I wasn't always this dude. So like they was really worried about me going off the deep end and harming others and myself, and man, like really, like, what do they call it, crashing out, like crashing out for real. And that would have been a reason I mean, that would have been the excuse, but also like the way she died, and I'm thankful of that too, is she died in the hospital of a illness, of sickness. You know what I'm saying? So like there was on my only place to direct my frustration was God. It wasn't like somebody ran a red light and killed my sister.
Yeah.
Shot her in the face. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, now it's crash out. I'm gonna be honest, but probably a whole nother route. So I think how it happened in that way, it just started making me question life and kind of like, where am I going? And then when I talk about strength, my mom, man, this lady, shout out Vivian. I love you. Man, this lady's strength was so cold. Like I remember sitting in the pew and you know, people walking past seeing the casket. And I kept looking at my mom, like just because I'm concerned, right? Dude, this lady did not shed a tear. She stood there stone faced like a, and I'm like, dude, she being so strong for us right now, dude. And I couldn't stop. It made me cry more because I know she wanted to cry. And I actually talked to her about that. And she said, oh yeah, I cried like a baby a lot. She's like, but in that moment, you know, I had to show strength. I got y'all, you know. There's times in life when I go through my down periods, I look to her and her examples of strength like that. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, like we all go through it and we experience it different. But it was just crazy, like how she just showed that resilience in that moment. This is her firstborn too.
Yes.
And my mom, like, groomed my sister. My sister was our mom too. Like she was the extension. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
We saw that.
Dude, my mom told me a story about my sister. She said my sister was 6 years old. Me and my little sister wanted to go outside and play. My younger brother wasn't born yet. And she's like, we want to go outside. And my mom wanted to take a nap. She's like, later on. And my sister is 7 years old goes, Ma, if they want to go outside, I'll watch them. And she was like, okay. She was like, I'll sit on the porch and watch them. So my mom said, okay. So she let us go outside. She said she didn't go to sleep. She watched her out the window. And my sister would not budge off that porch. She just watched. You know what I mean? Like the direction she like, dude, she's like, I knew she was special. You know what I mean? Just like how she cared for y'all. And then like, remember Miss Cookhouse? She said, dude, your sister, she's like, your daughter will not get on that bus till all her siblings on the bus. Period. She's not going. She counting that head every time. We ain't getting out here without her. You know what I'm saying? So she was an extension of my mom, my mom's authority. And then saying that to say, I know that hurt her. You know what I'm saying? That's a she can't replace that, you know, and like for all of us, you know, so to watch her be strong when, oh my God, it breaks people. Oh my God.
Yeah, St. Francis High School. Dude. Here, all of us were just sitting there. And then when we walked by your mom,
oh my God,
and to see her like this whole
just regal,
posture,
like
we just all breaking down even more,
like,
you know, and you hearing all the things that the church was giving her in honor of her. You know, it was a store or something that they were giving in her name.
The
and
bookstore.
Like, the bookstore, yes. And I'm just like,
yeah,
is it just me? But it was packed in there because of the impact.
Yeah, she made
to people.
It's like over 300 people.
Yes, it was packed.
Yeah, it's crazy for a 24-year-old.
For a 24-year-old,
like that is insane.
You don't have people, and a lot of times, if someone passed away under 40,
right,
it's well, you know, like you say, oh my goodness, this is a shock,
right,
unheard of,
right,
and to even be like, I think I just had a viewing for my husband,
right,
but it was just so many people, and we thought of people just going to walk in, walk out. No, it was packed, in that place. You just had, you know, people stand over here, stand over there, and I was just like, Lord, I can just imagine the impact these people gave. My father, they had to sit people in the basement of my grandmother's church because it was overly packed, we done overhit capacity. Where are we gonna put these people at, kind of thing.
Right.
But it's something that you're saying, there's an impact, an impression that we leave on earth.
Yes.
That when we die.
Yes.
We want people to still show, and like you said, you learn so much about your dad from other people telling you about things that in your lifespan, sometimes you didn't know, or you didn't know, but they gave you all this vast knowledge. The impact of what people do today,
oh my God,
affects the tomorrow.
It definitely does, man. Like for real, my It's crazy. After she died, like very shortly after she died, I'd be out and about in traffic, and people would be like, "You Santo brother?" I'd be like, how you know that? They're like, y'all look alike. I'm like, yes. I have a mustache.
She's lighter than me.
They're like, yeah, but what's crazy as I saw a picture of us when we were younger, side by side, I'm like, wow, like I never had really saw it because you don't see it looking at somebody, right? Like, so I'm like, yeah, we did, but always positive things they would say. Like, man, your sister had, she did, yeah. And that feels good, man. Like when you live a positive existence, man, and people can't say nothing but good about your character, your name, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the thing, especially the culture we live in now. We so consumed with having stuff and then letting that be the value, right? Like, oh, I got the nice car, I got this, that, but we don't do no work on the inside, no work on your true value, right? Your character, you know what I'm saying? We do less work on that, but the outside look great. Come on. Oh, you're $1 million, and that's cool. I'm not knocking people who do that, but so anybody that's listening that deal with cars, right? Like you building you an old school, you don't slap the paint on in the rims first. You work on the inside, you get the engine right, you get the transmission right, you know what I mean? Like, so inside, like, work on your heart, work on your character, like how you address people, how you treat one another, you know what I mean? Like, and that shines out, and then it shines from the inside out, man. Like, and it's official, when you see a guy and he got his old school and it's done right, it's done right, bro. So, and when dude got a trapper with some good paint, so, and some of these people, that's I feel like their life is they a trapper with good paint. Like, you got good paint, your rims is nice and all that, but man, your guts ain't done, your car cutting off at the light, man, but you won't stop and fix this stuff. So it's cool to have all these material things, but also all those things pass away too, right? All this stuff pass away too. We so concerned with building legacy. Oh, I'm trying to run up a bag and do it. I know we need finance. I know we need money, but I'm saying we'd be so concerned with having an abundant amount that, like, so what it just to leave it to somebody? Oh, I want to make sure my kids got it. And then your kids go crazy with the money you left. You know what I mean? Or it brings more harm to them than good. Like, you don't see that side of things. So I said, work on the things, the character, the inside. And you got that. And then when you do leave these places, now my sister's legacy lives. Man. Through people that knew her and speak about her, you know what I mean? And they ain't got nothing but good stuff. Even men, like good. Even the men that we knew from our neighborhood, man, your sister was, man, she was wife material. She was this, she was that, man, that make your soul feel good to hear that when people say that thing about your people. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, so like I said, man, I think we need to do more focus and work on the inside and just let it shine from in and out versus the glimpse, the glam, and all that stuff. And honestly, a lot of these people that had these things be miserable. Exactly. I just starting to learn that, like, man, that stuff don't bring you no happiness, man. You ever got a new car? Mm-hmm. After you couldn't wait to get that new car, right? He was like, oh, yeah, then you jump in, you like, yeah, don't get excited. Yeah. Then like 3 months later, you like, I'm so sick of this car. Yeah, or even if it ain't sick, it's just the allure of that wears off. Now you need something. I need something else new, and that's where we keep going because we searching for joy and happiness outside of self, right? When you can sit with yourself, like I go to the lake every morning. I do my lake walk. I get up, go get my coffee, go down to the lake, and I wake up, right? And I'm like, dude, like today, like walking down the stairs, like these deer, like hanging out on the side of the road. I'm like, this is crazy, right? Like the deer stay like next door to me, they neighbors, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then like they got blue jays and cardinals, the real red bird. Like I'm just flying in my space. Like I'm like, this is crazy, right? Like I go down here and I'm just noticing the sunset and the sunrise. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm looking at this beautiful view, and I'm like, oh. Like, this is what fills me today, right? Like, and it's so simplistic. Like, why is this giving you so much joy, right? I can't hold this. I can't put this in my house, right? Like, it's not stuff, but for some reason, it fills me. Just these simple things give me joy in life, right? And I'm okay if I don't have that thing. I'm okay if I don't have that stuff. Yeah. If I can't build a structure or a monument in my name, I'm okay with that. And, others, I'm not telling you how to live your life. That's what you do. But I'm just saying I'm doing the work from the inside out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm leading with love every single day. I try to show people love. I try to always be an encouraging person to everybody I meet. whether I know you or not. You know what I mean? I speak, like I told you today, I was like walking past these two old guys were sitting out there. Next thing you know, we get to talking to him. I was just commenting on his suit coat. Next thing you know, we talking about God. For like 30 minutes. He held me up. I'm trying to go grab me something to eat. You know what I mean? Like, but it was a great conversation, great experience. And man, you never know what that did for that person. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So it's like sometimes even just being that kind person to people, it for sure for me, it does wonders on the inside. But like for other people, like seeing them get a light from it. You know what I'm saying? Like my guy Mickey at work, he said, man, you wasn't here yesterday, man. I was like, what's up, man? He's like, I was like, yeah, I was off. He's like, I don't like when you ain't here, bro. I was like, why, bro? He's like, man, man, I need your energy here. Like, you know, and it's crazy because, you know, I'm not overly fond of my job and I don't hate my job. It's a job. But me coming in there with a positive attitude and positive energy is helpful to those around me. Right? So it's like so much, so important to do the inside work, man, and lead with love, and you know, always try to be be a good person to people. You know what I'm saying? Just be true to yourself. You know what I mean? Like that's who I am as a human being. I love people, and I want to always lead with that every single day.
And see, that's how I'm going to end it today, because you just told us ensuring that our life is impactful. We got to work from the inside out, not from the outside in. And that we should and must always lead with love, so that we can be peaceful. And with that, people, this is why you need to book him, have him come. This is an amazing motivational speaker, an amazing life coach. I promise you. Who would have known
I didn't.
that as kids, the rival families.
Stan is late.
I told you I was gonna grab that hornet jacket.
My God.
I said, ooh, and it's zip on the side too. I promise I'm gonna grab Dante.
I said, Yana, yeah, I'm going to do Jaquell podcast. She said, he said, no, I'm just kidding. Right? I was like, yeah. I'm like, bro, for real, that we were kids. Like, knock it off,
like
right?
We done grown now.
But even better, right? Like how it all come back around, like you said earlier. You know what I'm saying? Like we grow up, we realize, you know, y'all was the first family. Like, you know, we went to church as kids, right? But y'all family was one of the first like families that like they in church. They in the whole family. Trishelle, her, Tracy, everybody was they for
the
real.
Whole family.
100%. Like it was crazy. So like I said, when I seen you was going through your loss, I was like I felt for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, let me reach out and just let her know she ain't alone. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody understanding her pain, you know, we get it. You know what I mean? And you know, people stop sucking. Be like that to your friends, man. Like, and even to just strangers, man. Sometimes just people need a kind word to keep going.
That's all we need sometimes. And so I thank you so much.
Always
I promise y'all, he is Mr. Washington is absolutely amazing. And I could definitely see the growth with you and the relationship that you have with God. And he's just pretty much telling us, hey, Jesus in therapy is an amazing thing. You should grab hold to it. Love, it doesn't hurt to love. It's more action to hate in our hearts. So with that being said, y'all, you know what I was telling you, you won't give up. You will not give in. You will not abort what has been predestined, what's been said over our lives. We will fulfill our purposes. And until next time, thank you all for joining us. Thank you. I'm gonna keep saying thank you. I'm gonna make a post all that gives you the slap jar. Thank you very much. Y'all have a good day.
That's great. I appreciate you having me. This is it's just different, right? Like it's out of the comfort zone, but also not really because I like talking.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait till, you know, like I always tell people, like, some people work behind the scenes and we have other people. Yeah, so it's a lift on. Because I was in here talking to you guys. But